Hi. Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to make one of those really pretty balloon wreaths using a hula hoop. So a couple weekends ago, I um, helped host a baby shower for a friend of mine, and we wanted to use this as like the main, I guess, backdrop for the decor. And I wanted something that was beautiful, but gender neutral. Well, because she's having a boy, and so we didn't want anything girly. So we stuck with neutral colors and used greenery and anyway, I just love that. And we put like spray painted a gold letter for baby's last name in the middle because they're not sharing the name until he's born. So it'll be a surprise, which is really fun. So we use last name. But anyway, all that to say, I chose to use like a pretty large hula hoop. I found it at Target and I spray painted it gold. So I also got the spray paint from Target. I don't have it with me right now. I can't find it. But anyway, I think I left it at my friend's house. But anyway, just make sure that the spray paint you get works well on plastic. Because you don't want it to not stick or come off on furniture or the floor or the wall or wherever you hang it or put it. So you'll need your hula hoop, you'll need your spray paint. I chose gold, I think that's a good choice, kind of like a matte gold. You'll need fishing line. I also got this at Target. It's like $5, I think, maybe $6. And then I wanted greenery on mine. So I got some greenery from Hobby Lobby, really pretty, and just kind of wrap it around there. And then, of course, you'll need your balloons. So because I was doing one for a little boy, I wanted it to be, I already have the balloons lit up. These are actually from the party. So I decided to do this how-to video after the fact. So I took it apart. But these I blew up the day before. So I guess it was 8 days ago from now, and they are still like exactly the same. So if you're worried about last minute making your hula hoop, don't worry about it because these things last for a really long time, and it's not helium. I just blew them up, and they're still doing good. So that was a week ago. I wouldn't go longer than a week. Maybe do it like the week of, but you can do it like 4 days before. That way you're not stressed about it or anything like that. You may have to the day of like kind of tighten things or fix things. So you use the balloons with the fishing line. That's how I put it together because I feel like it's best to tie them than to glue them on because it probably won't stick as well. So this fishing line is really like see-through, so you can see it. So you can't tell that it's there, but it's holding it together. So that's what I use. So I'm just gonna first put the greenery on. I'm gonna cut a piece here. It's probably like I don't know, 3 feet that I'm cutting. Sorry, it's actually my first time recording myself by myself, so bear with me. My baby's asleep. She's not really a baby anymore, but I still call her that. I have a 18-month-old. Okay, so I'm just going to put this around on the side of the hula hoop and tie it with my fishing line. So I'm going to start at the top and kind of weave it in. And, sorry, you can see what I'm doing. Okay. So I'm going to tie it together. And you'll see it starts to take shape really nicely. Also, if you're doing this with friends, it's really simple because then one of you can hold while you're tying it on. So I'm gonna turn this and kind of intertwine it, like wrap it like this all around, and then I'm gonna tie it together with the fishing line. I don't know about you, but I really like greenery. I think it's really pretty and that it looks really nice. I hope you can hear me okay. Like I said, this is my first time, so we'll see how it goes. You know what? I think actually it'd be better to put earbuds in so you can hear me. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to pause it and put some earbuds in real quick. It was totally fine, but you know, maybe this is better anyway. So I just wrapped around the greenery, and now I'm going to tie it a little bit more with the fishing line using the same one that I had before, and just tying it together. So awesome. Okay, I'm going to cut another piece and do it more towards the bottom, and then I think the greenery part is going to be fine. And then after that, we'll tie on the balloons. And then we'll be done with that part. So I'm going to pause it while I finish tying the greenery. It will take just a couple minutes. Let's see. So once you tie on your greenery, just hold it up, spin it around. Make sure that nothing is hanging down awkwardly. So you see it looks nice. So there's like a ton of fishing line string that's just like hanging down from it. And so that's why I love using it, because you can't even see it. And of course at the end we're going to trim it so that there's not, you know, any hanging when you look up close. So now we can add our balloons. Which we just tie on with fishing line. So I think the best way to do it is to do kind of a couple at a time, because it looks better with balloons kind of clustered in different places. So I'm going to use my fishing line to tie these two together, and then I will tie them on to the wreath, or whatever you call it. Okay, so I'm going to get a good amount of fishing line, and here we go. Make a cut. This is probably 2.5 feet or so. I like to use extra because there's a ton that comes with it. You're not going to run out of the string, and then you don't have to, I don't know, worry about not having enough. You don't want that to happen. Okay. So you just tie it on. I apologize, you can't see what I'm doing because this stuff is clear, but I'm just tying it together, which is kind of hard to do sometimes, if I'm being honest. Okay, here we go. There we go. So I tied this one on and double knot it, and I'm going to tie the next balloon. And when you blow up your balloons, make sure you have them all different sizes. Some small and some medium, even some large ones if you'd like. Just depends on the look that you're going for. I think it looks nice. So, okay, so I've tied these two together, and now I'm going to tie them to my wreath. You know what, I may even do one more. Let's see. Do a little bitty one. Here, let me grab this one. Another thing too, if you aren't sure how you want it to look, and or how you want your balloons together, you can tie them individually instead. And once they're on, you can still move them around. So you can reorganize it. Okay, I'm going to do this one after. You can reorganize it after it's already tied on to your hula hoop. Okay. All right, so here's a couple. Tie these ones on. So I'm going to add another. And I think you get the idea. So I may go ahead and pause it after a little while, and then you can just see the final product. Or I'll just tell you where to fast forward to. Maybe that's a better idea. Just in case some of you want to see the whole process. And that works for me as well. Okay, I didn't do that right. Okay. Try this one on. There we go. Okay. Sorry. I hope this video doesn't get too long. Okay, so now I'm going to add these ones. I feel like that looks good. And remember, like I said, you can do this about 4 days before your event. And at the time of your event, if you're, you want to change things around a little bit, or feel like it's uneven, or you want to add balloons, you can always do that. And if one, I don't know, sorry, I have a lab and there's some lab hair on some of these balloons, so that's the only thing about the time. Okay, so they're tied on nice, and like you can move them around if you want to, stuff like that if you have to. So I'm going to just keep adding them throughout, and just kind of make sure the colors are spaced out, and I want to make sure that I can see my greenery really well, so I'm going to make sure that is shown and pulled through as well. So I'm going to pause it and keep going, and then yeah. Okay, so I decided to move my hula hoop just over to hang it on the wall while I'm putting on the balloons. That way I can see what it will look like when it's at the party, hanging up as the backdrop. But real quick, I wanted to show you a tip on if you're doing it by yourself and tying your balloons with the fishing lines. Instead of trying to hold it like this all together, I would just like hold the balloon between your legs and tie it around, and it's just a lot easier. So you know, mamas out there who are wanting to do this for like a party or a baby shower or whatever, my little girl is still sleeping, so this has not taken me very long at all. Of course, it takes a little bit of practice, but I've only done it a couple times, so I feel like you could get the hang of it. Anyway, so I'm going to add this last balloon on this side, and then I wanted to do some greenery on the other side of the balloon, like right over here. I think would look really nice once it's hanging up. So I feel like this looks good. Like I said, you can always rearrange things after. And it's kind of nice when you see it all put together, hanging up. And then you can decide whether it's too many balloons or not enough. I didn't want to put too many because I wanted the greenery to show through. But it's totally up to you, because it's your preference on what you want yours to look like. So yeah, just kind of nice and simple. My balloon's falling. I need to tighten this one a little bit. It pulls through some of the greenery. Anyways, it's a good start for sure. And now I wanted to add, some to the other side to kind of balance it out. So I was going to tie maybe like right here, this on. So let me go ahead and do that. And my greenery has, like, yours probably will too, these, sorry, there you go, you can see like these holes. And so I put the fishing line through it. That way it catches, and it's easier to tie on. That way it doesn't slip. like that, and just fell off. Do it one more time. There we go. And we'll tie this on. Okay. And it's not going to be this high. I just I'll move it around after I tie it. Okay, so I think I want this, and so I can also see where I want this to be. I kind of want this to be more, maybe up higher. So I hung this with fishing line on a nail that I had already on this wall. And then I think I don't know, maybe I want this up here, this way. It doesn't look right, does it? Maybe it needs to be, yeah, it needs to be higher like this. And then this can go towards the bottom here with a couple balloons. I think I like that. Cool. Let me tie that on. And then we will be close to finished. It'll be pretty cool. Let's see. So I live just outside of Austin, Texas, and lately the weather has been insane. So we've had bad allergies in our house due to that, which is really unfortunate, but it is what it is. Yesterday it was mid-80s, and this morning we got up and it was 40 degrees, so it's just that time of year, which affects the allergies. Okay, so I think that looks good. Maybe it needs to be a little bit lower. I'm not sure. If something looks a little bit off, but that I can fix later on. Maybe I want this to be. Okay. That be more close to the center. And I'm going to shuffle this down. So I'm basically just doing this here with you. I'm kind of changing my mind and moving things around, which you can do as well at home. I'm going to tie on my last couple balloons. I think look nice and have, you know, just like a couple here, not too many, just to add on the side. So I'll add those really quickly. Okay, so here is where we're at, what we have left. So I added the greenery, the balloons. I changed these out and moved them around, and I think I'm happy with it. You know, we can work with it more if we'd like to, add more, take out some. It's pretty simple to do that, but I think this is a good start. So this is how you make your wreath balloon for your baby shower, your event, whatever. I also think just the greenery and the hula hoop itself, maybe even just adding in some flowers. I think I may do that for Kira's bedroom. So she's my little girl, my 18-month-old. But anyway, we have like a garden theme in her bedroom, and that would be really pretty. So I'll probably do a tutorial video on that, and that's something that will last, you know, forever. So you don't have to worry about anything deflating or anything like that. I think it'd be really pretty just hanging on her wall. So now we're done. The last step we need to do is to cut our fishing line. You can't see it from a distance, so it's not, you know, too crucial. But there are just like some strings, you know, the string goes down to here, like just hanging. So the last thing is to trim them. I'm not going to worry about it because I just made this for the video. But anyway, I think it looks great. And the last thing I would recommend is just something in the center. Hanging would be really beautiful. Like I said, for the shower, we did a letter. And I would spray paint it the same color as your hula hoop, whatever it may be. But anyway, I did a nice gold L, and we spray painted that with the same paint we did for the hula hoop. But anyway, I hope that, sorry, you learned a lot, and thanks for watching. I'll have more DIY videos for you soon. If you have anything that you're like, hey, I really wanted to do this, I'm not sure how to do it, send me a message or email me at katie@honestlykatie.com. That's my website, Honestly Katie. And yeah, you can find DIY things on my site, encouragement. I do blogging and things like that. So I'd love to hear from you if you have ideas, and get creative and see how we can make your project. So have a good day. Thanks for watching. Bye.